Hmm. Right. So very good morning, all of you. So warm Saturday weekend current affairs class greetings to you all. Yeah, online too. A few more getting joined. Right. So this week overall, our thoughts, you can say that a heart and soul is virtually with the Chandrayaan. So out of all the figures in the social media, one that captured me this. Okay. So remind us our childhood days, right? Even you can say the baby days, even today. Fine part. So now this become reality. We are able to finally make it to the moon. This is the picture, right? We are able to capture with this. And the moment a lander and everything, right? It was landed. You got the first image sent from the moon as well. Okay, this is how all the things it's all looks like. And specialty is that once the rover is moving, so previously, right, we need to create our stamp. So any country goes there, they'll put their flag. Then we thought of a different way. Can't we create an imprint? And this was long back when Abdul Kalam, the president of India, so once he visited the ISRO center. So in the process of this brainstorming, then this idea came up. So they redesigned. Okay, this the looks like the whale, which is imprinted here, right? So you are able to see the Sarnath Ashoka pillar, in addition to the ISRO logo on the moon. So both you are able to see it here. So this is a clear imprint of it history, right? So that's it. So we are on the moon now. So hitherto we are just watching from our childhood days, generation to generation, we can say. Okay. Now able to make it. Of course, shortly we may make to with the humans as well. But this is a first step towards the issue. So this imprints was carried by this rover Pragyan. And if the question on what is the logo or regarding this Ashoka pillar, question on Sarnath, right, where this were taken for this, and you can understand this depicts of it. Then the today's newspaper made this very clear. The Pragyan traverses 8 meters on the moon. So it's on the way now to fulfill its mission objectives. So let's hope the best and objectives will be fulfilled. And definitely the India in particular, and humanity in general will get the benefit out of this mission. And this, a quick recollection from our objective point of view, is developed by ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. Where is the headquarters? Bangalore or Mumbai or Hyderabad? Not Sriharikota, right? So all these, of course, names in one way. So Bangalore it is. Then who is the head? So with this mission, when it's a movement of pride, is the first country to land on the moon's south pole. This is what all the things, right? Either two they are making all the way. So why South Pole? Why not before those countries made an effort? What the speciality we are getting? All these issues also from the descriptive point of view important. And it is the fourth country to achieve this soft landing. That means before already we have, right? Russians, Americans, Chinese been to there, and even America able to send its humans, okay, near Armstrong. So, but one factor is very clear. India is the only country, along with China, to have an operating rover here, which was not done by Russia or America. So we have this operating rover. So it's there for how long? 14 days from our point of view, or one lunar day. Let us see what we can gather information within this fortnight. Then a quick recollection of moon expeditions of other countries, where they landed when this is the southern part right now. That though the Chandrayaan 2 become successful, there is just the beside only we are able to make it. And the Apollo area, and even this area, if you observe where all those American missions we call Sea of Tranquility. Once long back, I think in civils and some competitive examination, they put the question Sea of Tranquility in. So when the words of sea, they feel something else. Of course, in recent years, I have not saw that question previously. So you say of tranquility. Tranquility means completely of peace, nothing else, right? Even you will not find any iota of air there, no dust. The reason why once we put an imprints, right, it will be there. We are expecting that because there is no dust there, no air. Then only you may lose an imprints. Otherwise, no. So such a peaceful area, that part we called it. Okay. Then of course here the Sea of Serenity. Then the Chinese, when it come to the king concern, on the northwest they made their presence, and Russia too. Okay. So Russia too made it on the eastern part of moon only, right? So, so far the expeditions also says USA made around 15, USSR 5, and recently the USSR, of course, now Russia, an unsuccessful attempt. What is that? Luna 25. Then India is able to make it two, this Chandra 1 and 2 part. Okay, this is a general statistics too, a quick recollection of this. So these are the countries right now where they are. Okay, you know, in India and the part. Okay, landing issue and specific names of each one. So this Apollo 11, the American mission, which sent the humans to moon. Who are the two? Neil Armstrong and one more. Sure. Hmm? Hmm? So only one name able to recollect, not others in a way. Hmm? So this is a Chinese moon lander, 2013 itself. So another thing that captured my eyes in the social media, they said is some countries have moon on their flag, but we have the flag on the moon. Something a proud moment indeed. Okay, so yes, we mean it. So sometimes there's a inexplicable gap between the words and the deeds. So mere saying, mere symbolically expressing is not sufficient. We need to achieve it. That's the thing. So we have to show it through our deeds, through our words. And that reflects it at last here in this scenario. Then the innumerable persons are behind the scene, starting from the beginners, we can say the founders, but the present immediately, okay, the persons behind, of course, the ISRO chairman, the Somnath, followed by the director, Satellite Center, Shankaran, then Vikram Sarabhai Space Center's director, Unni Krishnan Nair, okay, and present Chandrayaan 3 director, Vera Muthival. So this may be a specific question as well. These are the generals in a way. And we have the rocket woman, Ritu Karitwal. And we can't say that, okay? These are they are in the forefront. So the ISRO recognized the services of innumerable, including women, participation here. So they said that 54 the female engineers or scientists work directly in this mission. So that itself shows in a way, and we have the movie, right, where the woman scientist works on this. What is the movie related the Indian mission to? Mom, right? Mars. So all women team, they made it, though it's a movie. So here it's very clearly shows, okay, the involvement of them. So all these, okay, the picture may not be submission to all the 54. So very actively involved in the thing is concerned. And a quick recollection of 2019. Who is this person? Shivan, right? Then director. And no doubt, right, from the very thing is concerned. So expecting success all the time may not be. So wonderful book, Once Upon a Time I read. Failure is never an end and success is never a final. Okay. So everything you have to take it as a positive way. That is, you can say, a stepping stones toward the success. You may not stop at even if success there, right? So miles to go. So miles to go before we sleep. That's a continuous journey throughout the life. And the history is that we need to learn the lessons from the history. Then correction has to be made. After all, we humans make mistakes. I can't the technology, right? Sometimes it may or may not work in tune with this. Then we have to make the things and within no time, right? Within hardly 4 years short, we are able to made it. And though innumerable comments came up, and one we thought of this Elon Musk and Chandrayaan. He compared with the Interstellar budget. Interstellar is a movie, right? So that movie budget itself is 165 millions dollars, whereas present ours is only 75. Real. The difference of the real and the real, okay? If you convert into our rupees, it is 650 crores, right? Of the budget. But the movie itself cost. And few movie, I mean, another posting also I compared with Adi Purush. And it is more than that, another 50 crores extra of the force. So finally, what they achieved, there's a difference, all no doubt. They have their own commercial, right? They invested, they got back. It's an individual level, and in the course of time, those movies will fade away. But these are the national assets, right? A nation's proudness, we can say. Esteem of the nation will be enhanced with it, and more of a constructive. We can't say that nothing we achieved even commercially, right? How the share markets values of different companies, either directly or indirectly associated in giving a helping hand to ISRO, increased, right? That itself shows the things. And innumerable people now, the startups, they wanted to make it. So a quick recollection of this cost factors. Chandrayaan 3, when it says 615 crores. Luna, recently the Russians won, that itself cost 1615 crores. So almost all 1000 crores variations are there. And Chinese chunks, it is 2.476 crores. So almost all more than Russians, but when it compared, it is 1 is to 4 ratio almost. And NASA's long back, it is 17 plus. So when the ratio proportions, okay, when it comes to its concern, 1 is to 6, almost all ratio. So with less cost, we are able to achieve the thing. So we say the ROI, return of investments, if you say this, or the cost and achieves entirely different. And really, we have to say kudos to our scientists in this part is concerned. As I said, once it becomes success, space sector companies market value by 13,000 crores just in one day. So which movie achieved that? Right? Neither Aribus nor Stellar able to do that. Right? That's a national self-esteem. Okay. Maybe after a few days, and one day it can't be, right. So in the course of time, the other movies. So uh, each one we have the listed. So indeed, national pride. And one more, a quick recollection of this incident, that India, as a decade of satellite launching, we are launching foreign satellite also. Once upon a time, our satellite we to launch. What is our India's first satellite? Aryabhatta. It was not launched from Indian soil, right? So, where? Russian or European? From where the Aryabhatta was launched? Huh? Right? So anything from online questions? Yeah, Divya mentioned Russia. So from Russian cosmodrome it is. Then later, of course, all our INSAT satellites from French Guiana, European space agency. But in the course of time, we now have our own. And we are not only launching ours, we are also launching the foreign satellites. Before 2014, hardly we have 35, but now after this, 389 foreign satellites were able to launch. So this is already done. Right now on the pipeline, few more. Total 424, 389 we are able to launch in this 9 years. So then from the PSLV itself, we launched 104. as such. Okay. Then we have the international customers, individuals, companies also. So 101 customers we have. So we became a most sought after country to launch its even nano satellites. Okay, it is a cost effective, and yes, the success rate is because 99%. So if that be the case, we are able to make this. So definitely the market value increases. A quick recollection of few major firsts, because always when you say this first country, Aryabhatta, when you say this, named after whom? The Indian scientist, right? Astronomer, launched by the Soviet rocket from in the year 1975. So there's a place, Kabustani Air. So possibility, right? Whenever the few questions arises, they may ask you about the past. So quick recollection of this is essential. So in 1975, so that year is very crucial. Even India, the lot of political uncertainty, emergency imposed. Okay. Then when we launched nuclear test, when we conducted nuclear test, nuclear peaceful nuclear test. Hmm? Almost all that, near to that 75. What is that? Huh? 74, my dears. Yeah, yeah, I got the good answer from Divya and Hemubindu. Good. Aparna too. 74, right? So 74, 75, the very crucial for innumerable cases. So then you are the first launch vehicle SLV-3 was successful in 1980 from Sriharikota, and we placed the Rohini satellite into orbit. So with that, we become the sixth member on this exclusive Cup of Space forming. So initially we have SLV 3, 1980. Now, at the time, no, Sriharikota we used to call as SHAR, Sriharikota High Altitude Range. Now it was renamed as Satish Dhawan Space Center, right? So, so it was once named after Satish Dhawan. It is. Then one more thing, the first lunar mission, Chandrayaan 1 year is important. Okay? From exam point of view and different possibilities, or in the chronologically, if they simply ask that yes, you have to make it very clearly. So then another is the first interplanetary mission. We are going to have interplanetary, not one in a way. So it's a Mangalyaan, already launched 2013 itself. So now moon part over towards sun. Aditya L1 to be launched in September. Then now the expecting is the second or fourth. They are expecting to launch this one. So let us see. But anyhow, it's not going to land on the sun, right? As I explained later, is an observatory. Okay, more of. Okay, so that's the few facts you have to keep in about the moon. Any doubt on this? And any other points? I request you to add it so that Okay, it will become a full-fledged one for you. Let us get into other issues of national, international matters after this, Chandryan. And when India is the proud movement is going on, then 18 years, okay, boy, still in an adolescent stage, okay, not become, it is the part of the young team and able to make India proud again. And on the same day, right, is able to enter into the final and finish as a runner-up in 2023 World Chess Championship. So here, to whom he faced in the final? Before that, to whom he is able to defeat? So, hmm? Right. So finally, the winner, Magnus Carlsen of Norway. Okay, the country too. You need to be aware. And before that, he defeated, right? These two as well. And finally, the third position by Fabino Karuna of US and Nijat Abbas of Azerbaijan. Okay. And where this cup was held? Azerbaijan. So at least the country, right, able to make it to the fourth position. And Baku in Azerbaijan, this meet was held. Okay. Main the taste factor, right? Make India home like this. So there is what that made you a number of times I do inform the class when somebody did, why can't you? So in every Japanese school, this matter, right? If somebody can, you too can. As simple as it is. Okay, so always a motivating factor this is, and to keep somebody as a role model, and this is very essential. So the focused will have the result. And the games like chess, what is essential? What they're testing, not just knowledge, not just skill, how you are facing the pressures, right? You say the exam pressure for you. So how you are coping up that matters more rather than anything else. So the cool mind is essential, right? So if you take everything with smile, that's it. You will get it, right? When you smiled it, you will be relaxed. When you are serious, then you'll the temptation set its heights. Even by a common sensical observation, it will be that. So for anything, just laugh at, smile at, okay? And still any tension is there, look at this little child, okay? Smiling automatically, your tension, everything will just evaporate, okay? And if the no live baby, you have to look at the YouTube video of the smiles of the thing is concerned. Okay? Google Mata Jindabad, that's enough. So we'll be more relaxed. That's the one simple way we can say it up. Then coming to the next, another, of course, the Modi, while coming back, another award, reward, right, when the part is concerned from the Greece, the Grand Cross of Order of the Honor by the Greek president, Katrina, and this Athens, he was awarded with this. So this made us a recollection. Previously we discussed. He got awards and rewards from the France at the time we made, now with the Greece. So overall, the 15 civilian honors from across the globe, the Prime Minister received in a way. Okay, right. These are all 2023, 21, 20. 16, 18, even in 19 onwards. So 14, he assumed office. So 14, 15 once is kept. So one by one, one by one. What are the reasons? It's be there. Okay. Of course, 17 is missing there here. Right? 22 is missing. Okay. 2 years to be able to do. So, so the Prime Minister is coming back from attending the BRICS meet, right? And then the thing. So he been to the South Africa to attend what? Yeah, the BRICS. So BRICS stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. So where the meeting was held? So it is of 2023. We call this as the BRICS Summit, and this is the 15th one. And the theme, okay, you have to remember this: partnership for mutually accelerated growth, sustainable development, and inclusive multilateralism. So, partnership for mutually accelerated. Okay, so this partnership is very crucial mutually when the thing is concerned regarding sustainable development as well as inclusive multilateralism, right? So, as the meeting was held in Johannesburg of South Africa, they issued the declaration after that. And one of the crucial aspect of this is an expansion of BRICS. Hitherto is the 5 countries. Now 6 more were added. So 5 plus 6. Now 11 countries that is going to be. Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Argentina, UAE, Saudi Arabia. So, any easy way of remembering? You so create something. Yeah, even you are getting USA here, right? UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Argentina. If you put it in a way, okay. So, if it is Iran, only USC. Okay, something. Okay, try to put up some acronym if anything possibility is that, so that you will be this. Here, the point that you have to keep in mind when the BRICS was initiated, one of the thing is that the Western dominance become more, unilateralism is gaining the momentum, unilateral sanctions are imposed on different countries for sometimes, okay, the reasons the reasons we can say narrow reasons, and no reforms of international organizations. So this sort of a typical Telangana, I've used the word Patel Patwari mindset, okay, a Jamindari mindset is going on. So to promote this multipolarity, to tackle this Western dominance, to come out from the so-called white man's burden, the concept, then this BRICS was rolled out. No doubt, it's the Chinese led, an idea part, then the Russia, then of course the India, Brazil in the beginning, later added with BRIC become BRICS, other part. So with that, when 42% of the world population is hitherto, now this 42 become around 50% now. Okay, right? Now with expansion, it's 50% of it, the entire India's population. And they are going to contribute, this May, it is around 40 plus. Okay? And the trade, they wanted to increase further. This is, they wanted to make it around 50% plus. The simple reason why this is going by leaps and bounds is, if you observe this carefully, the countries that now entered, right? Saudi Arabia, UAE, Iran, these three itself, Middle East countries, when you talked about the oil rich countries, otherwise we call, right, the energy sectors. And China, most of it got from Saudi only, right? For Iran and everything. Now the future is energy. So energy rich countries, yes, you can. And recently China made an effort to negotiate between Saudi Arabia and Iran, which are hitherto rivals, okay, and able to make them on a single platform. And Iran became part of SCO, Shanghai Cooperative Organization, again the Chinese led, where India is also a member. So it's a logically, yes, you wanted to give the Iran an important as well. So similar case with Ethiopia, the part is concerned, and they have our own good advantage with the Brazil and Argentina. So this all of non-Western. Okay. So when you use the word Western group or otherwise North, right? Now we call this non-Western or otherwise South. Now they are using the word global South. And we have to wait and see now that it's a BRICS, whether the BRICS will continue or some other name. Almost all, if you take these countries, they are the part of which group? BRICS plus OPEC now, Organization for Petroleum Exporting Countries. Okay, right now. So let us see what sort of whether they will continue the nomenclature by next year. Okay, from January 1st of 2024, right? These countries are marching towards it, and we have to see that whether the same nomenclature will continue or they may change. Right? Possibility. For example, we have the BIMSTEC. When initially BIMSTEC, Bangladesh, right? India, okay? M for Myanmar, S for Sri Lanka, like this, okay? T for Thailand is there. So in the course of time, once one country by another, the abbreviation BIM only, BIMS, okay? Then they said Bay of Bengal, okay? Initiative for multi-sectoral. They changed the full form, though acronym is the same. So now we have to find out whether BRICS will be the BRICS or something they are going to be. So BRICS was seen as an alternative to what? So they are seeing an alternative to IMF. Why countries are now entering into, the main reason why nearly 40 plus countries applied, though only 6 able to enter. The reason is very clear. Now the world, especially developing world, looking this as an alternative to IMF, a Bretton Woods institutions. What are the two Bretton Woods institutions? IMF and World Bank. These two we call them as completely American and Western dominance is there. Though other countries asking for reforms is not happening, and they are giving loans subject to innumerable conditions. So now it came up and it played a very crucial role during this Corona time. And BRICS Bank, what is that name? NDB, New Development Bank, playing a very crucial role here. Okay, so it's good to have an alternative. So whether BRICS is the BRICS or it's going to be the global south, main focus. When it's the south, the developing countries. But initially, the idea of BRICS is that it wanted to make it all emerging economies. Emerging economies are in this. Okay. So overall, we can say this: it is tackling the Western North, the combination we call the G7 group of 7 countries. No doubt, it wanted to address them. Now, this G11 is going to play a very crucial role. So only with time will tell how best they can address. But NDB, National Development Bank, uh, New Development Bank. Then one more choice they're given is National Development Bank. New Development Bank is the actual one. Recently, the SSC, they put the questions. Full form they asked. Naya, they use the word. Then nurturing development bank. So like this, the different words they post. So you have to be in this one. So these are all the structures. Except this Brazil and Argentina, almost all they are very nearby. Looks like in this. But if you add the globe part, if you can see it, okay, this is not this much far in a way. Okay. Then anyhow, there's a few things. The question answer type appeared. Then I sort of go through those things later. How does BRICS expansion impact India's interests? What is the significance of including these major energy players? Okay, so all this, right? When you say that right now, the Saudi, UAE, Iran, apart from this Brazil too, they can, and already existing Russia, China too, they are the energy players. Then how this collaboration works in a way, and how India drafted the norms regarding membership. Then what sort of impact on the global politics, especially inclusion of this Iran, where America imposed unilateral sanctions, and still we are with Iran. And recently, Iran entered into SCO, Shanghai Cooperative Organization, as which member? How many countries now? Shanghai? 8 become 9, right? As the ninth country. So, what are the implications of this BRICS expansion on international relations? How does BRICS expansion counter the Western skepticism? So, these few questions was answered. Then think over from the mains point of view, and you should be able to address these questions. So, this is how once expanded the old members and new members looks like. So one of the aim is that to reshape the global governance into multipolar rather than a uni or bi, so that you can keep the voices of the global south at the center of the world agenda. That's a major crucial issues. So now here the one word, all the 11 countries together as a combined population of 3.7 billions. Okay, so a demographic dividend. Okay, so how best they can make use is the issue now. So, any doubts on BRICS? Any clarification you want to seek? And this finally, the few quick observations. Putin didn't turn back. One of the thing is that, so we don't know right or wrong from the Putin point of view, but there's a possibility of arrest in the criminal charges. So why unnecessary issue? So perhaps to avoid that, he may to do this. And there's a lot of talk on this space research and cooperation, as well as the skill development issues. And now that AI become a topper one, using AI for the common good, and India's push forward is traditional medicines, how we can do the thing is concerned, and environment for peace is a crucial issue. And for that, you have to reform the global institutions, including IMF, IBRD, then UN Security Council. All this thing is concerned, so that the robust multilateralism can be achieved all the way. So, with mutual growth and sustainable development is important. And of course, right now, the first phase of this expansion is so first phase only. That means the future, the few more countries may enter into this. Overall, they feel that the people-to-people exchange is very crucial in this 15th summit. So the few observations we can say in this meet. Then, as it the meeting was held in South Africa, not in African continent, right? Okay. And African continent, and especially because the number of countries, this the African Union, again in the news. And one of the thing is concerned, African Union, the Niger is in problem, civil war is going on, and Niger was expelled from African Union from its 55 members of African Union. It is done away. And previously, Sudan, then this Mali, these are all the colors, they was expelled. I mean, you cannot say, you can say suspended temporarily till the normalcy restored. Okay. Now, even the BRICS addressed this issue and said, let the Africans find their solution themselves rather than involvement of foreign countries. You will find the involvement of America, involvement of France, very much. If they are not involving, yes, they can find the solution on their own, especially Niger, no? Because the France is getting its uranium sources from Niger. So it has its own interest. The reason why it send its military, it send its equipment related everything to the government. So let instead of why either America or France or for that matter any third country involved, let them find the solution. Okay, on their own African solution by African people. That's what even the BRICS assumed in that way. So when the issue is going on at international level, national level, again, Bhushan Sharan Singh, his attitude and okay, academic thing made the India down. So in all the ways, right, India is proud. We are saying this and that, and one person's now everybody is looking. What is this India? So in a way, it is. And finally, it has an impact on the wrestling world championship. Now Indians can participate, but no tricolor, no anthem, even if they win in the match. So, if at all, they can participate only as neutral. So, the reason is so simple. Technical reasons. elections, so as the elections were not held for one reason or the another, and especially his president Brisbhushan Sharan Singh very much busy with facing this accusation of sexual harassment. So, and the government is, we can say, almost maintaining silence, like Munindra, nothing happens. That costing the country. Okay, the marriage at its low for of no reason, we can say. Okay, or unwarranted issues. Okay, if easily it can be addressed, but we don't know why the government is just bowing for one person. Okay, is a big issue. Okay, to save one person, the India's image they are putting as a cost. So this is an unfortunate in a way. So we have to wait and see how the issue is going to be. Even a month back, it was revealed, but nothing happened. Then similarly, the today's newspaper carrying the governor threatens president's rule amendment pays off with man is a Punjab, right? Now, so wherever party, the BJP party is in power, one approach. If the BJP is not in power, that is opposition parties are in power in a particular state, another approach. Now Manipur is burning, like Munindra, they are doing on their way. The silence is that answer. And one sort of something scam or something, okay, or some we can say this here the major issue is of drugs issues. Then he seek the clarifications, asking the elected government to respond, if not threaten to impose the presidential rule. Okay, no doubt the quick recollection, right? When the governor can seek the information from the chief minister, is it a must for CM to convey? Okay, is a now constitutional point as well. No doubt, governor can appoint the CM, and he will continue till the pleasure of the CM. That's sorry, the pleasure of the governor. Governor has the power to appoint and remove the CM. No. As per law, governor has the power to appoint the CM as well as remove the CM. At the national level, we don't have that issue. President can appoint the PM, he cannot remove the PM. Got it? If at all do so, only by the parliament, that too by Lok Sabha, by confidence or no confidence motion, it can be do so. Right? But at the state level, it is not the case. You can quickly recollect how NTR was replaced. Governor feel that he lost the majority. So instead of NTR, Narayana Bhaskara was appointed. Simple. Governor may not have the power to remove the minister, but projecting or expecting that he lost the majority, he can do so. But as per Supreme Court judgment, various Sarkari Commission recommendation or other committees recommendation, the test should be conducted not on the streets of Raj Bhavan, but only on the floor of the house. And here the governor having certain discretionary powers, he can act on his own without the aid and advice of Council of Ministers. So number of times we discussed, go through those incidents again. As the governor have the discretion powers, one of the discretion is in case of failure of constitutional machinery in the state, that is, if the state government is not functioning according to the provisions of the constitution, he can recommend, he can't impose. The governor can recommend the imposition of president's rule. He can only recommend. Now he is seeking information, the CM is not giving, he feels that constitutional machinery was down. So here now it's a subjective. to interpretation. So is it a must for CM to communicate whatever governor asks? Isn't it? But no doubt, communication is essential. Then only you will not have unnecessary ruptures. So, whatever information sought, if you have passed on, that's good enough. So, from the one point of view, why should I? So, it's a more of ego clashes, unfortunately, also happening. Then that also lead to escalation of the tensions rather than thing. Now we have to find out how it is going to settle the issue in the course of time. So governor's role become a controversial, where especially where the states ruled by non BJP right now, or before when the Congress is at the center, non-Congress. So like this means whatever party in power at the center wanted to using the governor in tune with their party interest, personal interest, narrow-minded rather than for the national interest. The spirit of the constitution is a threat. And previously you have the case in Kerala. Before that you have in West Bengal, even to some extent in Telangana, okay, and Tamil Nadu, all the states, okay, in one form or another, facing irritants from the role of the governor. Now, this is a hi-fi. He is directly threatening, right? So far, no governor has threatened like this. So he said, right, before I take the final decision regarding sending report for the implementation of the rules, right? Okay. So directly. Then again, apart from this, he wanted to invoke this 124 section of the Indian Penal Code. Okay. Requisite information sought on this way. So this all talking about defamation, the issue. So here, the governor also want initiating criminal proceedings under section 124, that is assaulting, overawing the president or the governor with intent to compel or restrain exercise any lawful power. So we have to wait and see now that the criminal law is going to be changed. Discussions are on whether this sort of information can, this section can be used. Okay. So what the governor role supposed to be, what sort of threatenings it is a bigger question mark, isn't it? That itself is unwarranted, unfortunate, we can say. Okay. There should be a Lakshmana Rekha. Once crossed anything, approach should be different. Of course, governor had every right to send reports to the president. He can send it, no need for threatening. Silently he can do all those issues. So that seems that, right, he just, okay, looks like, we don't know how far is inappropriate to use the word, right, when going on, shouting and shouting, and what sort of advantage he wanted to get, or to show loyalty to the his party, once upon a party, or loyalty to the constitution, to whom he is bound by, is the bigger question in this issue. So it's an unfortunate things happening. Then of course, when come to here, the recently Telangana High Court declared Gadwal BRS MLA's election invalid. And before also, another MLA's, Nageshwar Rao's election was also declared invalid, but he got the stay. Now here it is also. Now the elections are about to be, right? So on paper, now assume it, the Gadwal district, right? Now who is going to be instead of now BK Aruna? decay. Okay? Aruna is going to be from when? From when? Assume now she assume only from today or from 2018 onwards. She is an MLA. Officially, she treated as an MLA from 2018 onwards. Okay, it has the retro effect as per law. Okay, that means though this person enjoyed everything on paper, she is going to, and on record, Aruna is going to be listed as an MLA from 2018 to 22, if at all the thing is concerned. But anyhow, we have to find out now. Again, he may get the stay, right? So, what are the reasons for disqualification? Who has the power to do so? Why it will be? What are the consequences? So, we discussed before. So, go through once again those videos. One of the thing here is concern, or we can say elected representatives need to be cautious, is while giving their affidavits just before the elections, while submitting their nomination. Okay, they do with their affidavits in that mention of their assets, criminal records are essential. By chance or whatever be the reason, or unaware at that point, they missed, and that is going to be cost them a lot. So this is happening here. Then, of course, in the elections, Sachin Tendulkar's name again, he was designated as national icon by election commission. So with this, the Tendulkar, okay, has to raise the occasion to create an awareness among the people, especially in the electoral process, enrollment of you as a voter onwards to exercising the vote. So it's a 3-year agreement. Then, of course, India's first woman envoy at the UN now, Ruchira Kamboj, become the first woman to take over as India's permanent representative at the UN. She belongs to 1987 batch. Of course, already considering it, and a different reason I put it up here. And when the woman is at the things, the court recently come up against the women because in every law, right, once it is concerned, there's a possibility of use, misuse, abuse. And recently, the women started misusing and abusing very much. And the new term was called, they are creating a legal terrorism. Okay, the judge used the word, right? Absolutely. Okay, a legal terrorism. So, unfortunately, law was used, I can say here, misused to threaten, okay, perhaps the innocent husbands, the innocent men, okay, in that way. So that's what terrorizing, and especially this dowry harassment issue become the bigger now. So for whatever small reasons, they can. So the Calcutta High Court invoked this, and now the discussion is it really so? Okay, is a subjective. Okay, so we can't say that it's a 100% everybody woman will do that, right? The few, even if the 5-10% of the women did it, is remark on them. Then we have the missile LCA Teja successfully test fire, indigenous Astra. So indigenous, we also made this one. So Tejas is nothing but the light combat aircraft. From the Astra, this is called BVR, Beyond Visual Range, air to air missile of the coast of Goa. So, which you are seeing this, right? It was from here. See? So at the altitude of 20,000 feet, it was done. So it can coolly target the supersonic aerial targets. So always keep in mind your different missiles and everything part. Then of course the 69th National Film Awards. Okay, a choice for Telugu people this time after 69 years, right, of history. The best actor award for Pushpa 1, right? The Allu Arjun, Rise in a Way. So this itself is things. Apart from this Pushpa lighting, we have the Triple RR played a crucial role. So the best wholesome entertainment, best action direction, best choreography, best special effects, all this. So we have to make it up. And of course, the best movie, the feature film, Rocketry, the Nambi effect is the main thing. And best actor when is Allu Arjun, then best actress which was shared by two, Alia Bhatt as well as Kriti Sanan, right? Together they shared this one. So go through those things and best director for Nikhil Mahajan for the Godavari, the holy water. It's not Telugu movie Godavari, right? Hmm? Maratha film, right? So those you can quick recollection do this. Then one more thing, the wildlife sanctuary Dehing is in the news. Is in Assam. Government decided to upgrade to national park. Now in 2020, long back itself it is. Now it's become and everything. So this is here. So in this contest, you have to keep in mind what is the difference between the national park and the wildlife sanctuary, and where are the different wildlife sanctuaries, where are the national parks. A quick recollection of those things is essential from exam point of view. Then Tele-law 2.0, the government is about to launch as part of this Nyaya Bandhu app. So, to enable the common citizens to access legal advice, legal assistance, and legal representation through a single registration, we have the tele law. Is it a fundamental right or directive principles? Right to get legal advice is in the directive principle. Okay, you can seek the parties concerned. So already the government initiated certain things and it's on the cards. And now with the tele law, the app they are creating, that is what you call Nyaya Bandhu app, access justice. Okay. So that's all for today. Any doubts, clarifications? She's the next, no, who got the majority of the votes. Next rung. So once existing MLA disqualified, whoever be the next, they will get it. That's it. Because they filed the case. Is the technical reasons. Otherwise, we called it. Okay. Right. Thank you very much. See you again. Oh. Okay. One of the law demands that whatever assets you have to disclose. Non-disclosure attract the penalty. Okay. So why you have not disclosed though it's yours on your name? This is a big question mark. Even same thing criminal records. Say Yeah, it's a open. Even you can say RTI, what is in the affidavit, you will get the information. That's an open document. Affidavit is an open document. Plus, in this case, he himself disclosed in 2008 or so, I'm subject to correction the year, about this property in another case issue. And in the affidavit, it is not mentioned. That itself proves that I am having, but now it is not mentioned. He himself openly confessed is having in another issue. So like this. Same thing we have Ramesh issue also, which of course he was denied ticket now by BRS for citizenship issue. Still the case is pending in the High Court. High Court is yet to deliver the judgment on this. Okay, so they don't want to take the risk of his citizenship issue. Okay, right. Thank you very much. See you later. Bye.